Hi guys, my name is Wilfred and today let's play Book of Demons. Now, I've spent about 8 hours to complete the story mode, which it is very much from town all the way to the final boss here, which is the Archdemon. And then I spent about 9 hours so far to go deeper into the unknown world. Now, so in this video, I'd like to talk a little bit about the end game progress of this this wonderful early access game called Book of Demons, and I would like to try something I have not tried this game before, which is the higher difficulties with the different kind of requirement or gameplay kind of thing. So I'm very excited. First time trying out the higher difficulties. Now, so as you may recall, my character looks a little bit different before, because as you level up, you sort of like become more legendary and so on, and and it looks kind of different as well. I mean, it's just the way it is. Now, this is town, good old town, and and just to recap of where I am, I'm now level 37, a warrior, one of the 3 classes available for this game. I have quite a lot of prizes on the quadrant, which, if you recall, the reason why in this game is so exciting is that you collect prizes as you play, and you try to stay alive, because if your character get defeated, you lose all the prizes here. This 53 of these random prizes, and but there's a cost to unlocking the prizes. It will escalate up, so you try not to unlock all the time, but at some kind of like logical interval, like today, I would like to open up the prizes to see what's inside, because I do not know how I'll perform in the higher difficulties. And the level cap is 50, so when it comes to end game, as you can see that at the end game, you can also do quite a lot of things. From the content point of view, for example, you could actually play normal, hard, nightmare, and massacre. And so all of this will of course have a different kind of reward and kind of difficulties against it. So I'll talk a little bit about it in just a bit. As you know, you could actually adjust your dungeon accordingly. Now, how it really works, I mean, from my understanding so far, because it's one of the end game content, is that you'll get a number of rewards, like cards and stuff like that you will collect, and you have before the next card you earn a bit of gold, and then here from 6 to 7 is like another bit of gold before you go to 8, and so on and so forth. So it seems to me that you can vary the size of dungeon. They reward you with extra card, and after that extra gold, and extra card, and you can vary the kind of like a dungeon size in between and get different kind of cards and gold. So that is pretty decent and it's very nice. And of course, another thing to note is that what is the end game is of course all these very nice trophies that you would like to collect. So I spent about 16-17 hours with the game, and I've collected a fair bit of bronze, and some of them are silver, some of them are gold, and basically it is like an achievement system, but it's really rather elaborate. It's quite a lot of achievement. You can see here again, it's part of the end game. When you unlock certain things, you feel a little bit happy, a little bit of achievement there, including some of the bonus one, barrel zombie, barrel zombie crab. So yeah, I think I may want to do this one day. I think it's quite easy. So that is another part of it, and of course another one is the avatar. I know it's a little bit silly, it's cosmetic, but basically you start with this avatar, which is called Firefly, and then as you gain experience point, you go up and get more and more avatar to pick from. It's purely cosmetic, nothing it doesn't really affect how the game works. There are other avatars as well, but it would require other games of this. Return to Game, by the way, is just, this game is one of the games from this series. There will be more games from this developer, and the concept will be the same, which is the very pop card kind of like artwork, as well as the flashy scope kind of like a thing. And they always pick something that's iconic, like Diablo, to make it a game into, say, Book of Demons. So I don't know, who knows what the next one will be. Another classic game that some of us may like, of a different genre, and they may just do it there as well. So now going back to town, and I think that's important to talk a little bit about the end game progression, is other cards, of course. This game is like a classic ARPG, but married that with the card system. So we don't collect loot that is for a particular slot. Rather, you collect cards as well. Now, cards will have different quality. Like for this one here, it is a purple one, so it is a legendary. I have other cards like the, some of them are blue one, which is very much like magical, only with one affix, well, two affixes. And then you have the white color, which is common, which only have like, one affix to it, which is instant heart restore. So of course, the main excitement of this game is that everything is randomly generated. Bosses are randomly generated with the faces that is also randomly generated. You never know what is going to come next. And then you try to loot, get more cards, improvement. Sometimes, you try to loot some card with the affixes that matters to you. So there's a lot of like a flexibility in this game, and you can collect quite a lot of cards to sort of like, swap out some other affixes that you may find it useful for your build and so on. Now, as you can see, each card will have a level as well. So this is, say, a level 2 card, and I've got a level 3 here. So, there are some cards like haven't re-upgraded, like this one here is only level 1. So what does that mean? Each level would give an extra affix sometimes, or some better abilities. So it is quite interesting to see the cards level from 1, 2, and 3, which is where it stops. You need to use runes, which is all these runes here, to augment the card to make it a more powerful one, from level 1 to 2 to 3. And if you want to downgrade a card because you have other cards, like for example, if you looted another one, better one, you could downgrade this card and extract the rune out, but you can never extract the same amount of runes. In a way, part of your end game would be to find all the cards as well as all the runes as well, more runes as well, to augment and so on to make it your own. The other thing about this game is that at end game, normal difficulties, for example, when you face a boss, they will curse you with curse your cards, 3 to 4 of them. And by cursing your card, you will not be able to use that. So you may go in with the set of cards that you like. You say that, well, these are my build. I love it, and I'm going to destroy everything with this build. And guess what? Come the boss, and now the boss may disable some card of yours. You need to swap out the cards, bring something else in. In other words, you need to have a good hands here. And I've spent some time also from the last video to this video to practice on another build, because you never know what is going to happen, what cards are being cursed. And in this video, what happened is that the boss, not only does the boss curse your card, when you start a game, there will be cards that will be mandatory for you to use. So you must use those cards whether you like it or not, and you have to creatively build something with the card that you have. So it's a lot of things in the end game. I love it. It's one of those games that I got really excited in recent days, and I think this is one of those things. Now, but like I said before, I need to use the Cauldron. Second reason is that I'm running out of mana that I can use, because I reserve a lot of mana using the cards that I have as the passive. And the problem is that I've forgotten I'm not at a high level, so I've been too over enthusiastic in upgrading my cards. So I've got like a level 3 cards here, level 3 card here, and level 3 cards here, and a level 3 cards here. All these will reserve more mana than I could sustain. Now, right now it's just nice, but if I face a demon that burn my mana, I'll be disabling cards from the right to the left, because I don't have the mana to sustain the mana reserve. So it becomes a very tedious build. So in other words, and that's also the reason why I like to use the Cauldron to get my 7 mana into here. It's not a lot, but it gives me some options. Now, like before, I'm going to write down my goal before and after. I have 53 prizes. I want to see what I've got from these 53 prizes with the cost of 25,626 gold. And so in essence, how it works is that last time, just to recap, I've collected 36 prizes, with the net gain of 25,000 gold, even after I pay the price to collect the prizes. Let's see what's going to happen. See, I need to, So that is the one that I'm going to get all this mana. I got the life as well, and so I can collect the prizes here. I can collect like bronze first. These are just gold, and yeah, then after that I can have 3 silver and some bronze, and these are all gold. So I started with 125, by the way. So I've got XP, I've got cards, and I've got key. I've got Sun Rune there. I've got another card that is not identified, and so I've got 2 cards already. And I've got XP bonus, which is great. And and I've got 9,000 gold as well. So I'm still not making it, by the way. The next quadrant is 39,000. Yeah, so it's getting a lot more expensive to collect. So some key, I got another rune. And another card as well. This is my golden prize. So I've got the another rune, 2 runes. So I've got quite a lot of cards actually, and another unidentified card. My next quadrant is going to be 56, 57, 58,000 gold yeah. So it is quite a big escalation. You see what I mean? So you can't really use a quadrant too often. And by the way, my net gain is not really a lot. So my net gain right now is only about 6,000 gold. There's no loss, but I don't really get a lot of gold return. But I've got a number of cards. So let's see what kind of card I have, shall we? So I've got another rune, which is not that useful, and I've got another rune. A bit of disappointment here, because all these runes are rather easy to get these days if you run the dungeon like I do. Let's just go ahead and identify them. So this is mana potion of bargain. Why is it off bargain? Is because during the effect, which lasts about 1 second, all the spell cost becomes 0 mana. But of course, if you upgrade this card, it will last for 2 seconds and 3 seconds, something like that. That's the whole reason why you want to upgrade. But I mean, why I say it's a kind of disappointment, because I do have a purple one here. That's also same thing that I have. The effect time is 2 seconds because it's a level 2 legendary. So it's not really useful for me. So it's not that exciting so far. But let's just play some games, shall we? I'll show you how this thing works. I'm not going to do a big one because I really don't know how hard it's going to be. And yeah, I'm just going to have probably a small one like this, 2 level, shall we? Just the 2 level ones. Yeah, just a 10-minute. It's the first time I'm doing it. I'm actually a little bit scared right now because I do not want to lose. I think 30% of my prizes if I do that. So now they shuffle the card. So higher difficulties level impose usage of some random cards. Build your hands around their strength and weaknesses, as you can't unequip them. All right. So I must use Ice Bomb, which is fine, and I must use I'm okay with Ice Bomb. I must use Throw as well, and my Throw is level 2. See, that's why I upgrade them. I'm okay. This spell I'm okay. I'm not that concerned over this Throw thingy. So now let's see how I can build around it, shall we? And usually what I'll do now that I have now is the time that you can configure yourself to do things that you want to do, and I would like to do as such. So there are a couple of things that I'll need. Of course, a health potion is important. A remedy is for me to cure any negative conditions, and I need a heartbreaker as well that would heart restore, which is good. I need a crimson armor as well because that would help me to to sort of like have some extra kind of like heart when I'm being hit. And the okay, so hang on a second. So now Shadow Sword is nice because I can multi-strike, which is very important. The Roaster is also nice because I could actually do something like I could actually do something like the you know, have a fire and stuff like that. Now I'm a little bit so after this I'm actually thinking here, because I could use a shield, which could be useful for me because I could block other things, and the and now I do have things that I could consider. Now I could equip a amulet for me to restore mana, and it's kind of useful if I like to just mix it with my throw, which I think I would. So I think what I'll do, I'll go in with the mana regen, health regen. Another option I was thinking is that you know, if I don't do this one, what I could use is I could use a frozen frail as well. That's one option. Another option that I could use is that I sacrifice one of these guys, be it as the Crimson Harm, maybe a Roaster, to build around the mana usage. Because another thing that I find it quite nice is a Blade Storm. And Blade Storm itself does very mana damage, but it does an AoE, and also it have a chance to apply other cards effects. So maybe like a throw, like, you know, whatever effect that you have. So this would be a quite nice you know, mix into my build as well. But I think I'll stick with something not too dramatic, and I'll start this game with this configuration. I mean, another thing, the mighty blow is very nice as well, because I can strike the target and it hit pretty hard as well. It's a big damage and it's done. So that could be useful as well. It depends on what my card will be disabled. So I also must think about what if my cards get disabled by the boss, 3 of them, and what other cards I want to bring in. And now looking at this, I have some idea, like maybe there are some like ethereal dark dagger that is give me the killing blow chance of 35%. If the enemy has a, you know, hearts threshold of 4 hearts and below, I have a chance to kill it instantly. So that is good. Another thing that I could also bring it in is maybe the one that is guard against the poison. I could bring it in as well. Chaos Ring is also very nice because sometimes the mobs are being shielded, and you can destroy the shield by one click rather than just keep clicking 4 or 5 times. Another thing that I could also look into is the Curse Breaker, because I could dispel with a faster dispel rate as well as dispel simultaneously all the spells. Like sometimes a monster may have 3 spells, I can dispel 3 of them at one go. So it's always nice to think ahead. If my hands are being, you know, disabled in somehow, I know what to bring in. So now, with that said, let's just go for it. It's hard difficulties. I hope things are fine. So I aim for completion. So I can throw. This is hard actually. This is very hard. A lot of fire. You know, it will be quite understatement if I say that it wasn't exciting. It was actually very exciting for me. My heart beat very fast because I could lose 30% of my gold, which could mean quite a fair bit. All right, so, okay, so that was a very scary beginning, and now I can understand why it is called hard, because it is actually quite hard. All right. I think it's because of these guys that I'm not supposed to hit too fast. I clicked the wrong button. So these are the fire from the guy. Okay, so that's done. A bit like I should have known. Yep. Okay. Hey, I keep clicking the wrong button. Because I'm so used to okay, 3 is to that one is this dispel spell. So I do kill it slowly. I can't kill it too fast, otherwise you penalize me. So I've got a Sun Rune here, so that's lovely. Got Remedy as well. I used up some Remedy by mistake. Yeah, so 3, okay, 3 and 4 is Ice Bomb. I should deploy some Ice Bomb as well. Yeah, so okay, that caught me off guard, and now, okay, this one needs to. I got some attack somewhere. So yeah, not supposed to kill it too fast. But sometimes because of my my AoE, yeah, it get a little bit tricky. So I haven't decided what to have yet, but I think let's just go with this. I could level up my mana or whatever. So one thing good about freezing target is that once they are frozen, it doesn't matter. You can don't need to worry about anger management. Okay, so Jelly Bomb, the Roaster and the Amulet of Chill are being disabled. So this one is gone, this one is gone. I have to use something else. I use this one here, I use this one here. We will see how it go. Okay, fine, I'll do this one. Okay, fine. I'm done. So let's see. So I need to get into the circle for this phase. All these phases are random, by the way. So I can freeze them. I don't need to worry about the anger management. So a lot of freezing here using my Ice Bomb. So those are ingredients going to a cauldron. Okay, so that's done. Lovely. And the so this is the one that you have to do it slowly. So if you do it too fast, they will spawn like different, like the imp to attack you. So now that the boss is done, of course, I could take back all these things and have my roaster back in, which is my bread and butter of what I do. I'm just thinking whether I should use the because I'm not really using that much mana actually. If you think about it, not something I can throw quite often. This map quite a lot of caster, but maybe I should use it more elaborately. Okay, I'm being cursed again. Chaos Ring, Heartbreaker, whoa, and the quite a number of them. Again, so Heartbreaker is gone, but that's fine. I can put a dagger back in here. But looks like oh yeah, okay, fine. That one is Dispel. Yeah, those are charge. Yeah, I don't really like the throw. The throw, you have to get really close to throw anything.
Go to hell.
Yep, so that's fine. I've got it done. I can't upgrade, and the get frozen a little bit. So now I could actually bring back my Heartbreaker into it. So that is my bread and butter. Right, one more thing. I need to collect the gold. Somewhere I must have left the gold somewhere. Where is my gold? There will be somewhere that I can see on the screen some of the sparkling. So that is also another part of the game that you have to kind of pay attention to, where the sparkle is, and that must be where I've. Yep, you see a sparkle there on the screen just now. There. So that is done, and let's go to the next stage. So actually it's very exciting, the heart one. I don't like throw, it just doesn't quite work for me. A bit of focus here. So there is a throw, by the way. A bit of concentration here. Yeah, there's a throw. Well, this hard difficulty is hurting quite badly, actually. Some bombs. Okay, so this is the boss, and it curves my health potion throw as well. Okay, so this is quite bad. So I lose my health potion. I have to use my rejuvenation potion. I can't use throw, but I cannot remove them. And what else? I can't use this one. I'll use my frail, which is the where's my frail? Which is the frozen frail, or it's being okay. So that one's being well, I can't use throw anyway, so there's nothing I can do. Now I have to go to the other side because that is where the I have to go to the other side. So well, it's not ideal because it's being blocked. Let me just quickly dispatch this side as well. So I need to a bit patient here. I knew it. So I have to rearrange my card. Okay, that's good. So I need to go and go around him to take down this guy. A bit of concentration here again. I just have to prioritize what is hurting me most versus what I'm going to do. I think so. So that is another way to look into it. I get frozen, remedy out, and break the shield. I have to break the shield. So that's done. While I'm doing this, let's get rid of this guy. It's hurting me like crazy. Try not to get stuck in between the row as well. Have a bit of understanding of what is hurting you, and don't get trapped inside something that is that you cannot get out from. So that is my only kind of like advice to every one of you who's playing this game. As you can see, it's very hectic. Each mob type requires a different way to dispatch them. Remedy out, get some health globe. Yeah, so these are the ones you need to get away. And I really have to get rid of these guys here because it's hurting me with all this like melee stuff. Okay, last stage. He's shield up.
Die.
Right, so that's done. Let me just get out from here. Okay, so that is very good. I could actually take the rejuvenation out back into health potion, and also what I've got here is the well, seriously, I don't think I use that much mana, so it doesn't really matter what I do here. Maybe I do I don't get poisoned that much as well. Maybe I do a curse breaker or just the dagger is fine. That would help me to, you know, quickly eliminate some of these like mobs that annoys me a lot. Okay, good stuff. So that is the two bosses that you know, the few bosses that really matter. You know, the rest of it just to clear the dungeon. Yeah, and normally it's good to visit every single corner because some of the mobs could be hidden at the corner, and the only way to spawn them is to walk that area. So yeah. Let's make sure it's completion, get all the gold and everything that you need, or that belong to you, hard earned, no less. Yep, so that's it, and the and that's it. Yep. So as you can see, I'm getting lower and lower, deeper here. So it's cool. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, didn't die once and swipe all the level clean and so on. So I think hard difficulty is something I could actually do the you know, do a little bit more about it. Then I can visit town right now to take a look at what kind of cards I've got, and it's exciting. I've got the rejuvenation magical one. Left cards to the left cannot be disabled. So it's kind of nice because if you use this one next to your health potion can never be disabled. So that's one way. It's just that is this something that I have got already? I've got something that is chance to spawn some hearts on you, so I think I'll still use this one right now. Next one here, let's see. I think okay, right ring as well. The card to the right, so it's not left to the right, cannot be disabled by a boss. Again, unfortunately, it's not something I use, but it could be a rather interesting kind of like, you know, yeah, actually I have it already. No, I haven't. So, you know, it could be rather interesting because, you know, what I could do is that if I think that one of these guys is very important to me, be it as Heartbreaker or Crimson Armor, I could actually have the card on the right and then protect the other card, kind of thing. So yeah, I mean it's nice to have options in this game. So I mean, I could of course upgrade some of the cards if I so want to. I probably don't want it now, but just say that you could. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this rather, you know, short video on on where things are. I think ultimately I could put 1 point in the health or 1 point in the mana. I think I don't know, maybe I'll just leave it later. Something that I don't really need to decide right now. So now I could actually move things a little bit here and there, just going back to my my good old self, in which one is in the order of importance that I want, because I may lose cards from this side onwards when I lose the mana. And then I would like to just do this guy here. The last one could be the Curse Breaker, because it's or the Giver, whichever way it is. Right, so you can see that my mana is actually gone quite a fair bit. I only have 8 left. There aren't really a lot of rooms for whatever that I want to do. So yeah, I mean, that is pretty much the constraint I have right now. I should have a little bit more cautious when I upgrade the cards. But in any case, I hope you enjoy this video and hope you are convinced to at least download the demo. Try it out. Whether you like the artwork, whether you agree that a warrior can hit something that far away, I mean, just use your imagination. If you play other games like Diablo or Path of Exile, I mean, there are actually sword that will fly, shield that will flow, hammer that will spawn out of nowhere and hit really large AoE kind of thing. I mean, just use your imagination. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.